Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I didn't realize that this is the full moon in Pisces. It's coming up so quick. It's only a few days away. I thought for some reason it was a while off after all the hoopla of the eclipse. Hope everybody made it through the eclipses okay. There's been a lot of stuff going on. You know, with this full moon in Pisces though, talking about like events and stuff, you know, the flooding and that, I mean, this probably is not going to help it. This could definitely bring more. I saw that there was another hurricane. There's one in Southeast Asia. And there was another one coming from somewhere else possibly. So the full moon in Pisces conjunct Neptune, you know, the god of the sea over here. For that kind of thing, it's probably not the best situation. You know, it's probably not going to help matters. It may even escalate. We might see more flooding. But besides water and flooding, it's emotions. You know, it's Pisces, it's the psychic, it's spiritual, it's magic, it's dreams. It's tuning in, excuse me, tuning into spirit, getting insights, getting impressions, speaking with dead loved ones. It's also drugs and alcohol too. So some people might be going, you know, going apeshit crazy, partying. It's over here, and it's conjunct Neptune, so it's in its home rulership sign. Neptune rules over Pisces, so it's powerful, and it's emphasized, and it's emphasizing the Neptune Pisces energy. But of course, it's opposed the Sun at 13 degrees of Virgo over here, and Mars has just moved into Virgo. So that there's always, the opposite is always sort of like a stabilizer. It's sort of like a balance, you know. Pisces energy can get really out there, you know. They can just be totally, you know, detached from reality, you know. And I always tell, like, the Pisces is the two fish, okay, and the fish swimming upward, this can be like transcending reality, you know, spiritual, psychic, spiritual growth, creativity that's true, like from a higher level, like channeling type of creativity. And then this fish swimming downward is drugs, alcohol, lies, deception, mental illness. But either way, the Pisces Neptune energy is never quite really in reality. Never really. It needs to be grounded. And that's where Virgo comes in. Virgo's very grounded. Virgo can almost be, you know, it's very detail-oriented. You can almost say it's sort of anal. And so Virgo helps Pisces to ground, and then Pisces helps Virgo to break out a little bit, to not have so much nose to the grindstone, to look up and see the clouds in the sky, you know, dream a little dream, not be so based in facts and reality. And so, you know, and Virgos, I mean, I'm talking extremes in both cases. Virgos are not necessarily like that, you know, 100%. But this is the extreme energy of it, both sides. And the two of them always balance each other out. So that's what the full moon often will bring about. A crystal blue persuasion, that's what I'm hearing, the song. It's a good vibration, right? I don't even know. Let's see. Let's look it up real quick. I have so many musician friends that have passed over now, it's not even funny. And I think that it's almost like they're all hanging around for these readings, you know, to jump in with these lyrics. Because most of the time, I don't even know what the heck the lyrics are, I wrote most of them. Look over yonder, what do you see? The sun is arising, most definitely. A new day is coming, ooh, ooh. People are changing, ain't it beautiful? A crystal blue persuasion. Better get ready to see the light. Love, love is the answer, and that's all right. Don't give up now, so easy to find. Just look into your soul. Look to your soul and open your mind. Now that's definitely Piscean. Look to your soul. Crystal blue persuasion. It's a good vibration. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow when he looks down on every green field and every town, all of his children and every nation, there'll be peace and good brotherhood. Crystal blue persuasion. Well, I like that. So that's some nice lyrics. So that would probably be, you know, the highest way that we could take this energy. You know, there's always a positive and negative. You know, everybody said, well, this and this, was that good or bad? You know, people always want, is that good or bad? Is that good or bad? Well, it's just it's however you want to use the energy. The energy can manifest, like just like with the fish swimming upward. Piscean energy can, you know, manifest through many things. So you use it in a positive or the negative way, and every planetary influence has a positive and a negative possibility. The other thing that's going on here, I'm just catching my eye, is the Jupiter opposed Uranus. Now, that's been going on for a while, but it's just really catching my eye this time. It's not actually in any close degrees to this full moon thing, but Pluto is. Pluto's sextiling, so that's harmonious. That could bring harmony, change through harmonious ways. Change that comes more easily. Or you could, the word ease really comes up to me, like you could be eased into it. Change that comes with ease. It doesn't have to be violent, abrupt. You know, it could be more flowing and blending and easy. So the Jupiter opposed Uranus, you know, in Libra and Aries. What I want and what's good for the partnership. What's good for me. What's good for taking others into consideration. I want to be free at any cost. I have to take care of other people and take their needs into account. So this is welling up now. This is something that's coming up. People are, you know, there's this opposition again. It's me, 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 or, you know, consider it for others. And with Uranus, you know, Uranus is like losing control. Uranus is very different from what we were just talking about, like with the Virgo energy. It's like losing control. And in Aries, it can just be like a wild, you know, I'm hearing the word wild Mustang, you know, but just very unpredictable, very volatile. Things could change on a dime. You can't really, like Virgo, you know, you can count on a Virgo, you know how things are going to be, we have a plan. This is just flying by the seat of your pants. It's completely different vibration. So this is really activated with this Jupiter opposition, and it's, it just feels to me like it's restless. Like it's restless. It wants to break out. It wants to break free. It wants to explode. You know, it wants to, it can't be contained. It can't be constrained. You know, it feels real. And it's still trining the Uranus. I mean, Uranus is still trining the Saturn Lilith thing. And that's real. That's in there real tight. That's in a real tight conjunction there. And still trining the node too. But now the Saturn Lilith, I talked about this before. It's kind of like the parents. It's the authoritarian, the female who wants to control, and the male who wants to control. And the Sagittarius, they're in the sign of Sagittarius, so this Sagittarius influence that's coming through them, they have to learn and grow in order to get what you want. When Sagittarius and Jupiter is prevalent or influencing something, you have to learn and grow. You know, it's expanding beyond your base beliefs. It's expanding, it's 9th house, Jupiter, Sag, 9th house. It's expanding beyond your basic beliefs. It's expanding beyond, it can't be fixed. It's expansive. It has to expand. And both Saturn and, they're not fixed signs. Well, we don't know what Lilith is a moon. We don't really know, but they have this fixed nature. Saturn is like really rigid and, you know, control. They both want to be in control, and they both want to be the boss. And Saturn is the old, it's old man time, you know, it's the old ways. And so going through the sign of Sagittarius and approaching the galactic center too, which is at 26 degrees of Sagittarius, there could be new ways, downloads, new ways. The Pisces energy opens us up for downloads too, definitely. You know, it opens our conscious, our subconscious, the collective unconscious, you know. It's tapping into all that, you know. And these two are not really, they're not really comfortable there, especially Saturn. You know, Saturn is very grounded in the earth. I'm the boss. This is how you do it. The goat climbs the hill one step at a time, and this is the tried and true method, and this is how we do it. This is the tradition, the way we've always done it. And I'm hearing like I'm gonna beat you into submission, and that's what, that's what a lot of this has been. Our wars and everything. I'm gonna beat you into submission, or even, spare the rod, spoil the child, right? I'm gonna beat you into submission. Jupiter, Saturn. I mean, Sag. This is like we're gonna reason. We're gonna reason and have open dialogue and open discussion, and be open to new ideas. And open to learning and expanding and growing. Not just because I told you, because I said so, The kid says, why? It's because I said so. Do it, or I'm going to, let me find my strap. Let me get my strap. Or go get me a switch out of the tree, Or, the wooden spoon. That was our thing, wooden spoon. Force, by force, and by exerting power and authority. Lilith and Saturn both want to do that. They kind of play that way. And in Sagittarius, it's like, well, let's explore some possibilities. The ninth house is more mental. It's higher learning. It's more of a mental thing. But with this happening and in the Grand Trine, and free your mind and your ass will follow, right? But with this open to consciousness of the Piscean energy coming in with the higher knowledge of the Sagittarius and the Uranus and the Grand Trine and the North Node where we're going, the North Node is where we're going, it could change. We could see enormous change. Hopefully we would, hopefully we will. Because we want to go towards the future where the North Node is, right? And Mercury is there as well. Mercury's conjunct the North Node. And Venus is also at 13 degrees by that, the full moon point. But this is all Leo stuff. But Mercury in the North Node, being in the Grand Trine too. And this is that eclipse point that we just had. It's activating that. Being able to speak, communicate in a Leo way, in a not pissed off way, in a lighthearted, fun way, in a there's the two things again, it's lighthearted and fun, but it can be ego. Leo has a healthy ego, there's no doubt about it, But also, majority of the time Leo is very lighthearted, happy, wants to have fun, wants everybody to be happy, let's have some fun. Let's joke about it, That's my way too. I kind of will joke about it, I don't want to get into a big, argument. Let's just laugh it off or joke it off or something. So there's great opportunity for spiritual growth, and not only spiritual growth with the Pisces, but growth for humanity and mentally, because sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I was meditating. You're in this altered state of consciousness. You're in this Pisces energy. So you were meditating, or you were doing shrooms or ayahuasca, or smoking some weed or whatever, acid. And yeah, it's all, oh, I see the universe, I get it, it's all cosmic, man, it's all cool. But then when that wears off and you're back in reality, you really can't fathom it in your mental mind, or your mental mind comes in and says, oh no, that's bullshit, blah blah blah, snap out of it, you were in an altered state, come back to reality. But it's almost like a bridge. It could be like a bridge, or a merging of realities. Ooh, I like that one, right? I think I'm gonna write that down. A merging of realities. So dream time or altered state of consciousness doesn't have to be so out there, or, bizarre and so far removed from our everyday life. And our everyday life doesn't have to be so restrictive and written. It's written in stone. And this is my routine. This is how I do it. This is what it is. This is how we've always done it. So we can loosen the reins a little bit on that. And the Pisces full moon is helping us do that. And we can also it's like a melding of, I said that, merging or melding of realities, or melding of two worlds almost, It doesn't have to be like, well, this is my psychic spiritual world and this is my reality. And then the psychic spiritual world doesn't have to be so far out there and bizarre that it doesn't have a place in your reality, and your reality, you know, vice versa, basically. So it's like they're finding a bridge, you know, the rainbow bridge or something I'm even hearing. That's a Valhalla thing. That was Norse mythology. I used to be in a band called Valkyrie back in the day, so I know a lot about Norse mythology. But the rainbow bridge, that was, I think, was a bridge to heaven and earth. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's really what it was. And that could be, you know, you could look at it that way. This is heaven and this is earth. You could look at it that way. But I'm definitely seeing like some sort of bridge, like bridging some sort of a gap. Letting our mental minds, with the Mercury being involved too, like our mental minds make sense of all this. And that we don't have to be in this altered psycho-spiritual state, either again through meditation or, you know, drugs or whatever, you know, even if it's ritualistic, you know, drugs like ayahuasca or shrooms, you know, or peyote or whatever. It's bridging the gap between the worlds, merging of the reality of two realities, of all realities. Converging, merging, converging and merging and purging. Converging and merging and purging. Okay. Okay, I think we're getting a little out there. It's also sextiling Pallas, which I feel is a very mental sign, or it's not really a sign, it's an asteroid. I feel real mental with, you know, I go for the inventor part of the Pallas. I know if Pallas Athena was a warrior and all that too. But, you know, invention, you know, she was, there's invention to Pallas. And it's also in Taurus, so bringing it down to earth, bringing the spiritual and everything down into the earth plane, bringing it into the 3D reality, making it so it's a comprehensible, comprehensible, into translating what we pick up psychic and spiritually into tangible thoughts and ideas that you can explain to people, which is what I try to do here, what I'm trying to do here in a sense, right? I'm trying to pull this psychic stuff out and you know, explain it in verbal terms and words, and sometimes that can be hard, but there does seem like there could be a real convergence of that, because we have this powerful grand trine in fire, and we've got this the Pluto in the earth, and we have this earth stuff. We actually have a grand trine in earth with the sun, Pluto, and Pallas. So we've got a grand trine in earth, really bringing it down to earth. We've got a grand trine in fire, which is action oriented, but because Saturn's involved and it's so grounded and earthy, you know, and Mercury, the communication, the mental capacity, our mental monkey mind, bringing it in so that we can really hopefully get an understanding of it. And the grand trine in earth is sextiling, well, the sun is part of it, and it's sextiling the full moon point of this 13 degrees. So this is 14, 13, 16. So we've got this big grand trine on Earth. We've got Uranus opposed Pluto. So trines are harmonious. Trines are harmonious. Trines are make it ease again. I'm feeling like I need to say, like, it can be easy. It doesn't have to be hard. There doesn't have to be struggle. There doesn't have to be opposition. It could all work together, and it could all in ease and in flow. Okay? All right, so I think I've kind of covered the grounds of what I'm trying to say here. Hopefully by next time I'll be back to the old computer room. I'm still set up in here because I've been doing a lot of readings. And I appreciate all the readings orders that I have been getting, by the way. If you want to find out more about me, you can go to my website, VickieVerley.com. I have, I do decks and books and lots, and you can order a reading or mandalas. These are really cool if you're into astrology. I do these personalized mandalas that are from your chart. They're pretty cool. So if you have time, you know, check it out. All your support is absolutely appreciated. So it's the melding of two realities. The melding of two realities, or a melding of realities. I think that's going to be our title. All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Remember that you are love and beauty incarnate. Have a great full moon in Pisces, and I'll speak to you soon.